Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, professors and researchers, dear guests. Welcome to the first conference on equality in Jerusalem, held by the Center for Jerusalem Studies and support by the Riyad Al Hussein Education Fund. A warm thanks to Dr. Shukri Al Abed and Dr. Maha Samman for their tireless work in making this conference a reality. And a quick mention to all Al-Quds University staff for their support and tireless efforts. Dear friends, East Jerusalem is facing the most severe set of challenges since the occupation of 1967. Palestinians living in Jerusalem face inequality in all aspects of their lives and a direct result of the illegal Israeli occupation that robs them of basic human rights and dignity. Economically, when income is viewed in comparison with the cost and availability of housing and services, is the lowest it has ever been. The exploitation and manipulation of space, of land, the construction of the highways and roads, the strategic placement of settlements, the constraints and movement and access, the legal and policy environment of the occupation are all having constricting effect on Palestinians surviving in East Jerusalem. It is almost impossible and very expensive to develop real estate in Jerusalem for Palestinians. Even according to Israeli sources, unemployment is rampant with 40% of men in East Jerusalem unemployed and close to 85% of women. Almost 80% of East Jerusalem families are living in poverty. According to Haaretz acting a report by the Association for Civil Rights in Israel in 2012, this is compared to 20% of Israeli living under the poverty line and demonstrates the glaring inequality of income. The state of public education in East Jerusalem is reflective of other indicators. It is in dire need of expansion and development. We are short of 2,000 classrooms and are facing Israeli interference with the pushing of curriculums in our schools that force narratives other than our own upon our youth. The direct infringement on our right to worship at our holiest of places is unspeakable. It is discrimination of the kind that we hoped as humans would be left in previous countries. Al-Quds University, as the largest Palestinian institution, as well as the only institution of higher education, is still operating in East Jerusalem, is slowing the tide of destruction wrought against us. But our effort and the support we received are not enough to turn back the tide. The current policy environment has the clear aiming of Judaizing our holy city and pressuring its Palestinian citizens to leave. We take hope that so many of our international friends are with us, who have spent any significant amount of time here. Now the historical and monumental struggle we face. Thank you for your presence and support. Thank you for attending this conference.
شكرا للأستاذ الدكتور عماد أبو كشك رئيس جامعة القدس على هذه الكلمة.